home back to Godhead, which is love of God. You inherit the kingdom of God. That's the devotee's inheritance. You inherit the kingdom of God if you remain faithful to Krishna. And you might sound like I'm talking big, 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 big. But Krishna tested me this past Tuesday. You can ask Sanam. What was I like on Tuesday?
Like a baby.
Like a baby. Crying out, Krishna, for 15, 16 hours. Yes. So Krishna was also teaching me. Oh, you talk big, big, Nirantara. Let's see how you handle. But I think I passed because I'm sticking with Krishna. So Brahma says the devotee goes on offering his prayers, his obeisances to Krishna, knowing that this life, a few more years, you stick with Krishna, what's going to happen? You inherit the kingdom of God. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama So, Hare Hare. Rob, this is your song, Rob. This is Rob, by the way. He's part of the band. And I have my good friend Rakesh on drum. Let's give him a big hand. And for background singing, I have Anita. Let's give her a hand. So Rob, this is your song. Get back, back home once again, sing it. Get back, back home once again. So that's what I was just talking about, inheriting the kingdom of God. But this song says back, because originally we were there. Now we're going back. Again. Get back, back home once again. One more. Get back, back home once again. I was envious of Krishna, and so I left. Now I find myself bereft of beauty, truth, and bliss. There's nothing for me here except for pain and fear. If I could only get myself back home once again. So get back, everyone, get back, back home once again. I want to hear you. Get back, back home once again. I'm a prisoner of lust by my own plan. Just where I am going to, it's hard to understand. I'm never satisfied. I feel totally fried. If I could only get myself back home once again. So get back, back home once again. Get back, There's nothing else to do except to preach to you. That is how I get myself back home once again. Let's sing it. Get back, back home once again. I want to hear you. Get back, back home once again. All the Indians.
Get back home once again.
All the gringos. Get back, back home once again. All the ladies.
Get back,
Whoa!
get back, back home once again.
All the men. Get back, back home once again. Everybody. Get back, back home once again. One more time. Get back, back home once again. So, welcome everybody. Ravi Maharaj, good to see you. Nice to see all of you that have come. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So, Sanam, Sri Nam Radha to some of us, has a bag of questions that she's asking in between. What's the next one?
Is there any way we can justify why Dronacharya asked for Ekalavya's thumb as Guru Dakshina?
That one I can't answer. Next question.
Okay.
Prabhuji, but she can answer.
Okay,
Yes, she can answer.
okay,
She has done it before.
come on. You've been caught, you've been exposed.
Yeah, she can do it.
Go ahead. See how Krishna covered me? He wants you to shine. Go.
Okay, my understanding is that Ekalavya belonged to a tribe which was the enemy tribe of Hastinapur, and Dronacharya, by asking Ekalavya's thumb, was trying to protect Hastinapur from getting attacked by Ekalavya, because he knew that Ekalavya was capable enough of defeating the warriors in Hastinapur.
Very good. See, even I didn't know that. Excellent. All right, you have another question?
Yes. My understanding is that at the time of death, it is crucial to chant the name of God.
Yes.
Yes. So why should we chant the name of God throughout? We can enjoy life and chant the name of God at the time of death and go back to God.
Ah, very good. That is called not being prudent. Because we learn from the scriptures that the moment of death is a very painful time. And you may be in a particular situation where it may be very difficult. Like on Tuesday, it was very difficult for me to chant, was it not? I was in so much pain. So what did I have you do instead? I couldn't chant. What did I do?
You heard
I heard what?
the scriptures, the
I
name
heard
of
the
God,
scriptures, and I was hearing on my computer Prabhupada
chanting.
singing. So the idea is, I've given this example many times. If somebody is a professional athlete, he doesn't wait for the event to perform. He wants to be in top tip shape. So before the event, for days, he's practicing his skills. In the Mahabharata, Arjuna was practicing his skills in those years. Was it 14 years? Huh? 13 years. And it said that Arjuna was even practicing in the dark because he wanted to be equipped He wanted to be the best. So anyone who's intelligent, just like those of you who go to school, you don't just walk into the exam without having studied, or you don't wait for the night before, oh, I guess I got some lessons to read. You're not going to do good. And the moment of death is the ultimate examination. So you're going to bank on, oh, no problem, at the time of death I'll remember God. You have to practice. It's only intelligent. So we are practicing every day, just like an athlete practices. It is called sadhana, daily spiritual practice, to make one spiritually fit. And because another thing, death may come at any moment. No, Parikshit Maharaj knew he had 7 days, but I don't know if I have 7 seconds. So I have to be ready now. And death may come just like that, an automobile accident, boom. So you have to be practicing now so that you're ready for that final exam. It's not prudent, that kind of thinking. And here's the other fallacy. So someone says, yeah, I know, I'll chant God's name at the time of death. Yes, but if you live your life in such a way, licentiously, what makes you think you're going to remember 50 years down the road? You may not, because here's the other thing. Remembrance of God at the time of death is God's mercy. So you think God, oh, this person never practiced remembering my name? No, you have to practice. You have to practice. All right, let's do another song. And this song, Hare Krishna, I'm dedicating to tomorrow night's host family, Divya and Naresh family. How are you feeling? You're okay? You've had some struggles? I'm going to give you extra blessings tonight. And everybody gets blessings tonight. Who wants blessings? There's no charge. It's free tonight because I'm in a really good mood. All right, let's do this song. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sing it, Keith.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Together, let's all do it.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
I read a certain book that touched my heart. What book?
Krishna book.
I hear a special sound, tears me apart. What's that sound? But oh, many lives gone by. I've wasted all of them, now I know the reason why. What should I do? I must surrender, 'cause Krishna is God.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna es Dios.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
say I'll never, never be free. But oh, it doesn't matter what they say. I know I'm gonna love him any old way. What can I do? And it's true. I don't want nobody, 'cause Krishna is God.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna as Dios.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
He is love.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
I feel fine.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Everyone.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Everybody sing.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna is God. Okay. What is your next question on the list? Plenty of seating up front. Front row seats are available. Yes, go ahead.
Is God equal to all his children or does he play favorites?
Ah. Is God equal or play favorites? The answer is yes and no. This question is answered in the Bhagavad Gita. So, and there's also an entire chapter in the Srimad Bhagavatam. There is a chapter called The Supreme Lord is Equal to Everyone. It's the first chapter of the 7th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. The question is answered both by Narada Muni to Yudhishthir and by Shukadeva Goswami. First, I will answer it according to Bhagavad Gita, and which is why I said it's both. So in the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Samaham sarvabhuteshu. I am equal to all. So right there, Krishna says, I'm equal. It is just like today. The sun is shining nicely, is it not? Now, Rakesh went for a nice hour and a half walk. He got nice walk. He was doing his japa. Maybe you got a little glow in your, right? Yeah, it's bound to happen. So, the sun is there. Is the sun saying, no, I'm not going to shine on you? No. If you go out into the sun, you'll get the sun rays. So many places in the Vedas, God is compared to the sun. So many, even in the Bhagavatam, so many references. In Bengali, the phrase is Krishna Surya Sama. So, but if I stay in my house and don't take advantage of the sun, is that the fault of the sun or is it my fault? My fault. So God is equal, but not everybody wants what he has to offer. That's not God's partiality. Some people hate God. I don't want God. I hate God. I don't believe in God. Again, Krishna gives you free will. You don't want God's mercy? He won't give it to you. You don't want it? Fine. You don't want to depend on me? You don't want my help? Okay. Become your self-made man. Go for it. Good luck. So that's not God's favoritism. He has Bhagavad Gita. He has his devotees. Just like Ravi Maharaj has a nice temple you deny anybody to come to the temple? Right? Anybody comes, Indian, non-Indian, you let them in, right? Right? You want everyone to come and see your nice deities. But people don't want to go. Where do they want to go? They want to go to disco. They want to go. Yesterday, where was everybody? Soccer game. They were chanting, Goal, goal, goal. They weren't chanting Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Right? So everybody has free will. So God does not interfere, but He's there if you want. Bhagavad Gita is there, devotees are there, temples are there. You know, in India, there's a temple on every block. Just like in America, at every corner there's Starbucks. But in India, every corner there's a temple. You cannot be in India and not be God conscious. Even the billboards, right? I remember, well, at least I don't know what it's like now. But I remember when I went in 75, 76 in America, the billboards are all half-naked women. But in India, the billboards had Shiva, Durga, Lakshmi. I was like, wow, what a difference. Right? Am I right or wrong? Right? Everywhere you go. So, God is there if you want. Now, in that same verse of Bhagavad Gita, because I said the answer is both. So Krishna says, I'm equal to everyone. I don't envy anyone, because we're all God's children. Even the demons are God's children. He's not partial. He doesn't envy anybody. But Krishna says, but one who renders service to me, I give that person special attention. And my spiritual master gives the example. Just like Suresh, I know Suresh. He is a great man. Right? And I know he has big heart. Right? If someone comes to him, he'll try to help, won't you? If somebody comes, you'll try to help. But is it not natural for you to want to give special attention to your children? That's natural. If nobody's going to criticize, oh, Suresh gives to his children. Who's going to criticize? It's only natural, right? So Krishna is saying, those who worship me, my devotees, yes, I'm going to give them special attention because they're asking for it. Those, like we have an expression in America, you know, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. Because it's like bothering. Okay, will you take care of that thing? The mother may have many children. So the other children, there's no problem, but one child is constantly, I need this, I need... So, she's not going to say, go away, I'm getting my pedicure. The child comes, you're going to take care. So God is the same way. If you approach Him with love, He's going to reciprocate. Now let's go to Bhagavatam, because Bhagavatam is a more nuanced answer. Bhagavad Gita answer is very simple, but the way Shukadev and Narada explains a little nuanced. Basically, it comes down to this. In the material world, there are three modes of nature: goodness, passion, ignorance. By your free will, you decide, I want to live in the mode of goodness, I want to live in the mode of passion, I want to live in the mode of ignorance. We make that choice every day. Now, the modes of nature favor differently depending on who it is. The demons and the Rakshasas, they're governed by the modes of passion and ignorance. So they get benedicted through those modes. Whereas the devotees and brahmanas, they're in the mode of goodness. They get benedicted by that mode. Now, In the material world, something is always in the background. Something's always ticking. What's that? Oh, what's always ticking?
Time.
Time. Everything is on time. So, the time element favors the mode of goodness. You'll also find in the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita that the mode of goodness is symptomized by some austerity in the beginning, but later turns into nectar. The mode of passion, nectar right at the beginning, but then turns to poison. So in the mode of passion and ignorance, you get immediately some enjoyment, but then it goes bleh, sour. Whereas in the mode of goodness, you do austerity, penance, and then you enjoy later on. You all did that. Did you not go to education? You lived your life nicely when you were young, right? You behaved yourselves, you were obedient to your family. Now you've grown, now you're living nicely. Yes, you're living nicely or not? I'm judging by this house, I think you're living nicely. Okay? So that means in your younger days, you must have practiced some austerities. The mode of goodness, you get the result later. You understand? So, we also learn from Bhagavad Gita, the modes are like waves. So sometimes in the world, the mode of goodness is prominent. But then later, the mode of passion is prominent. Then the mode of these, so prominence is there. Like right now, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm noticing in the world, it started last year and this year we're seeing it a lot. Lots of ignorance and passion in the world. Every day we're reading about a new explosion, another conflict, fighting going on everywhere. Hopefully not in your families. But we see it all over the world, tension. What does that mean? The waves, it's the modes of nature. Passion and ignorance are increasing, goodness is going down. So, when the mode of goodness is flourishing, the demigods and devotees and brahmanas, they flourish. And when the modes of passion and ignorance are dominating, the rascals, the demons, they flourish. It's got nothing to do with God. He's neutral. He set up the matrix, and then we decide how we want to live. That's why we study Bhagavad Gita. We were speaking earlier, when some of you were not here, the difference between destiny and free will. Destiny is there, but you also have free will to decide how you're going to react. So, if you want a nice future, live life in the mode of goodness. If you want to enjoy now but pay for it later, passion and ignorance, go for it. And you see it. You see it, whether it be America, Chile, India. So God is equal. We determine our fortune. If we want God's blessings, it's there. Just like, okay, you all came to this program. That means you're going to get blessings. Just by coming to this program, you're being blessed. Good fortune is there for all of you. I'm wearing the Vaishnava tilak. That alone is blessing you, so keep looking at it. That Vaishnava tilak is blessing you. God is here. We're chanting. We're hearing about God. This whole program is auspicious. This program is one big Ashirvad. Welcome. Congratulations. Instead of going somewhere else, you came to this house. Now you're being blessed. Your spiritual bank account is increasing. And I don't charge it. It's free. How much they had to pay to enter the soccer game, huh? But here, the blessings is free. There's no tax. I don't, when you come up after the program, I'm not going to say 100 pesos, please. No, it's free. God's mercy is free. It's there for the taking. Okay? Now I want to show off Anita. This is her song. She sings this very, very nicely. So let's encourage her. Let's give her a hand. All right. Yeah, that will. Okay. Be nervous.
Takes me a while. So no warm up.
Let it go. Close your eyes and just get absorbed. Let it rip from your heart. That's the secret of singing. Don't worry about people. It's you and Krishna in your heart. This song will be on my next album. Well, you got desires and they're never satisfied, and your senses burn like fire, but you got nowhere to hide. So don't play with Maya, 'cause you're playing with fire.
Burn, baby, burn.
See? You followed the advice? Give her a hand. Wasn't that beautiful? Don't get puffed up. Maya stole your knowledge. She convinced you more and more that you could be the enjoyer and be God forevermore. But don't play with fire, 'cause you're playing with fire.
Burn, baby, burn.
No, don't play with fire, 'cause you're playing with fire.
Burn, baby, burn.
Your mother, known as Vedas, points out who you really are, while your father is Lord Krishna, who is near but also far. But don't play with Maya, 'cause you're playing with fire.
Burn, baby, burn.
Very good, Rakesh. That was good. Give Rakesh a hand. That's good. Play with Maya, 'cause you're playing with fire.
Burn, baby, burn.
So don't play with Maya, 'cause you're playing with fire.
Burn, baby, burn.
So now you got that body, and you'll surely have another. But you better watch your karma, or else it will be a bother. So don't play with fire, 'cause you're playing with fire.
Burn, baby,
Play with fire, 'cause you're playing with fire.
burn, baby,
Play with fire, 'cause you're playing with fire.
burn, baby.
Play with fire, 'cause you're have it on recorded. Okay, Sri Namrata, last question for tonight before Arti.
Why did Ram abandon Sita, Gurudev?
Oh, God. All right. Why did Ram abandon Sita? So, there is an external reason and an internal reason. External and internal from God's point of view. So, the incarnation of Ram was to teach human beings how to be ideal. Everything in Ram's life was to show the highest, topmost ideal. When he was banished to the forest by the word of his father, even though everybody tried to convince him that there was no need, even Bharat said he would take Ram's place, and everybody was saying, no, Ram, you don't have to. Ram said, no, I have to keep the word of my father intact. And when Ravana stole Sita, Sita is Lakshmi. Ram could have said, what's one Sita? I can create 1,000 more, no problem. He could have done that. One Sita, all right. I'll manifest 100,000. No. He wanted to teach that you're a husband, you must give full protection to the wife. Now all the wives like me. Husbands must give full protection to the wife. That's your dharma. You got married, that dharma means you have to give protection. So Ram showed by his example, you have to do full protection. You have to take care. Now, after Sita is gotten back, after Ram returns, that Diwali, he returns to Ayodhya, the shoes are taken off, Ram is now crowned king. Now he has to teach what it means to be the ideal king. It's a different ball game now. Ideal husband, ideal son, now ideal king. So there's an expression in the English language. Caesar's wife has to be above suspicion. So there was this rumor spreading that people were doubting about Sita's chastity while she was kidnapped. So this rumor was spreading, and the ministers were reporting to him that according to Shukadeva Goswami in the Bhagavatam, what low-class man was chastising, and he said, I won't take you back. I'm not like that Ram, somebody in the kingdom. He kicked his wife out. He said, I won't take you back. I'm not like that Ram. So when this news reached Ram, he became very, very concerned, and now the reputation of the king is in question. He has to set the topmost example. So he has Sita banished. And where did she go? She went to the ashram of Valmiki. That's the external reason. But from the viewpoint of Sita and Ram internally, Sita and Ram, they are Lakshmi Narayan, God, and his internal pleasure potency, Chladini. So even though they're in this material world, still they're existing on a transcendental spiritual platform. So in spiritual science, separation is actually a higher ecstasy than union. In the material world, it's the opposite. When we're separated from our loved ones, we feel pain and anxiety. And when we're together again as a family, we're happy. Just like I consider you my Santiago family. And I may have to feel separation because I may not come back until next year. So I'm going to feel separation from my Santiago family. So on the material plane, separation hurts. But on the spiritual platform, everything is blissful, even separation. Even crying, what appears to be crying on the transcendental platform is blissful, because on the transcendental platform, Advaita, there's no duality. On the material platform, this world is a dualistic world. Heat and cold, good and bad, union, separation. On the spiritual transcendental platform, there is no qualitative difference between happiness and distress. It's all blissful. But in transcendental realm, separation is even a higher ecstasy. So Ram and Sita wanted to experience that highest ecstasy of feelings of intense separation. Because while Sita is banished, what is Ram thinking of? Sita. And while Sita is banished, who is she thinking of? Ram. And that thought of each other, because they're in love. Ram and Sita are in transcendental love, pure love. Here in the material world, there's no such thing as pure love. The closest thing to pure love in the material world is love of mother for children. Mothers, you know what I'm talking about. You'll forego everything for your children, yes or no? You'll starve yourself to make sure your children, am I right? Yes. Love of mother for child is the closest thing we have to this transcendental love on the spiritual platform. Because there's no check. There's nothing can break. So Sita and Ram may be miles apart, but that love does not break. It's eternal love. And that concept of missing the other is an intense, it's ecstasy. This is the part. We can't really understand it because we are stuck in this dualistic material world. But the way it's explained is that the separation of Sita and Ram is a higher spiritual ecstasy than when they're actually together. And actually, it was only temporary, because after some time, Ram took everybody back with him to his planet, Ayodhya. And where is Sita and Ram now? They're in the spiritual world. They have their own planet, Ayodhya Loka, one of the topmost planets. Anybody here a Ram Bhakta? Any Ram Bhaktas here? Ah, you have a Ram Bhakta. You remain a Ram Bhakta, that's where you're going. You are very fortunate to be a Ram Bhakta.
Both are same, right?
Huh?
Krishna and Ram are same, right?
Yes, but they have different style, different mellow. Just like all Indian food is good, but South is different from Punjabi, and Sindhi food is different from Bengali. It's all good, but different tastes.
It's all good.
Huh?
It's all good.
It's all good, but everybody has their tastes, right? There's Bihari food, there's Gujarati taste, right? So, that's why there are so many spiritual planets. Vamana has his planet. Nrsimha has his planet. There are so many, and the devotees there, they have a particular relationship. And the planet of Krishna, there are 3 neighborhoods, and they're all different. Mathura is different from Dwarka. And Dwarka is different from Vrindavan. Dwarka is so opulent, and Vrindavan simple. They have some flowers, some cows, Yamuna, moonlight, the cool breezes. But what does Vrindavan have that Dwarka doesn't have? The flute. Krishna plays that flute. They go mad. So, different flavor, different in the Sanskrit rasa, mellow, exchange. The relationship with Sitaram is a particular mellow, like Hanuman. Hanuman will never give up the lotus feet of Ram. He was offered so many benedictions. Nope. I just want to remain Ram's servant. Bhaktaraj Hanuman. Am I right? Ravi Maharaj? That's the glory of Hanuman. To this day, he's chanting the glories of Ram. Doesn't stop. But in Vrindavan, the cowherd boys are wrestling with Krishna. You want to wrestle with Krishna? Or do you want to dance? You want to be a gopi and dance with Krishna?
Anything, whatever he wishes.
Yeah, whether he wishes. Okay, that's a good policy. That means you're surrendered. Very good. All right. Are we going to have arti? So let's.
Yes, Amma.
Everybody can come up and do the arti. All right, then we'll do kirtan. Everybody do arti, and then I think we're going to do a 6-hour yoga class.